Am I the a-hole here for telling my ex-boyfriend's daughter? It's not my problem? I dated John for about 6 months. We broke up 3 months ago. The reason for the breakup was his daughter, Tia, 16. From the very beginning, she was hostile towards me, rude comments, putting me, my cooking, etc. down, constantly referring to me as that biatch. She said I was the reason her parents broke up. False. They broke up 10 years ago, 9 years before I met John. I have a stepmom who went out of her way to try and push her way into my life. So, I actively did everything I could to be the exact opposite. I tried to give her space. I tried talking to her, asking her what I could do to civilize things. Her answer: I could voluntarily leave this world. John was no help. He threatened to ground her and take her things away, but they were empty threats, and Tia would just continue her tirade against me. Her mother, Chloe, even tried to talk to her and figure out what her problem was. Tia couldn't come up with one reason why she didn't like me. She just didn't. It all came to a head one night while they were at my house. We had ordered food, and I went to pick it up. When I got back, I found John in my dining room, sweeping up the remains of my grandmother's antique picture. My grandmother meant the world to me, so seeing the picture destroyed broke my heart. I demanded to know what happened, and Tia gave me a smirk and said, "Oops, it was an accident." I asked her how it was an accident, and she just shrugged and said something like, "I think I bumped the table and it just fell off." There's no way that can happen. My dining table is heavy. You would have to slam yourself into it even to shake that picture. I told them to leave and spent the rest of the night crying. The next day, I called John and told him I couldn't do this anymore. He tried to talk me out, but my mind was made up. Fast forward to 2 days ago. I leave work, and there's Tia. She started going on about John's new girlfriend, Jane. How Jane is a monster. Evidently Tia tried her old tricks on Jane, but Jane returned it to her. Tia calls her names. Jane calls her names back. Tia insults Jane. Jane insults her back. The worst thing was that Tia accidentally broke something in Jane's, and in retaliation, Jane took Tia's phone and smashed it. I asked her if she had told her mom. She had, and Chloe decided that Tia wouldn't go to John's. I told her. It sounds like everything's settled then. Tia started crying, asking if that was it. I just looked at her and said, "Yep, your mom handled it. It's not my problem." I left. I talked to my sister about this last night, and she called me in awe. She said that Tia was hurting and needed me. She came to me for a reason, and the least I could have done was to be a shoulder for her to cry on. I just don't feel anything. I think I'm just numb to Tia now. So am I the a-hole here?